Is Tempo the first media in Asia that implement constructive journalism in their newsroom?
Yes, it's the first main media to do so,
Okay.
and it's very exciting.
Oke. Tempo sedang mengadakan training atau pelatihan konstruktif jurnalisme atau jurnalisme konstruktif yang ini akan diterapkan nanti ketika kami mengimplementasikan single brand, yaitu mengintegrasikan seluruh produk layanan di Tempo dari majalah, koran, dan Tempo online menjadi satu produk. Dan single brand akan mengacu kepada atau mendasarkan liputannya, produksi artikel, produksi video, podcast, dan seterusnya ke dalam apa yang disebut jurnalisme konstruktif. Jurnalisme konstruktif sedang berkembang di banyak negara, banyak media yang menerapkannya. Tempo tertarik untuk mengimplementasikannya juga. Karena itu kami mendapat dukungan dan mengundang international media support untuk mengenalkan apa itu jurnalisme konstruktif kepada redaksi. Pelatihannya selama 3 hari dari tanggal 28 April sampai tanggal 30. Di sini kita akan ngobrol dengan seorang pelatihnya, Hendrik Brunet, penasihat senior dari International Media Support yang memang mempromosikan konstruktif journalism. So, what is constructive journalism?
Constructive journalism is a form of journalism that's spreading throughout the world at the moment because there's a need for it. It's a journalism that is not only looking into problems, but also into solutions, into nuances, and into how to involve the audiences in what the solutions are.
Okay, so constructive focus on solution.
Both on solutions, but also remembering nuances and also to try to involve the audience.
Okay, so what is the different thing between constructive journalism with conventional journalism?
The difference, I would say, is that in constructive journalism, we are not necessarily leaving when we have exposed a problem.
Oh, okay.
Now, typically, from Tempo, you are some of the best in the world to actually investigate and create awareness on a problem. But as media do most, you often leave it by that. When we talk about constructive journalism, we also want to follow up or ask the question, and then what?
Oh, okay.
So we are curious. It's about getting inspiration from other sides. So what can you then do about the problem?
Okay, so the first thing is journalists should be investigate the problem, the real and the main problem before they propose the solution.
Of course, it's not like we just go and it's a propaganda for the government or for others.
Yeah.
It's really built on the investigations. That first you have an investigation. First you make people aware of the problems with a critical approach. So, and then the constructive journalism comes in afterwards.
Okay.
And try to look for solutions to this.
Okay, so why is constructive journalism is important for today?
I think we can see it actually in the figures we get about readers and viewers, that they get what has now been called the news avoidance. Every year, less and less people want to follow the news. And there has been now made analysis of this, and that's because they feel I just get depressed from the news, and there's nothing about what I can do, so why should I care? And with the constructive journalism, you can care, you can come and try to find a solution, or even being part of a solution.
Okay, for better communities. Is Tempo the first media in Asia that implement constructive journalism in their newsroom?
Yes, it's the first main media to do so.
Okay.
And it's very exciting.
Okay.
It's great. Now we have had a 3-day workshop on how to do that.
Yeah.
And I really feel a positive feeling and that we can get very far with this.
Thank you for your support, and hopefully we success to implement constructive journalism in single brand next month. Thank you.
Thank you.